You're right. Greetorp is so good. He's actually so good that he beat me with his off race the other day.
Well, Ben, that doesn't say a whole lot.
Thanks, Kev.
You're welcome.
Makes me feel good about myself.
You deserve it for all the silly things you said lately.
What kind of silly things?
You always put me on the spot. You do the exact same thing as you want me for once, and you keep doing that.
Like what?
But we talk about this off camera, man, because I'm a professional and I don't argue on camera. We don't do that stuff.
Well, the game is live.
The game is live already, producer. Our producer was very worried right now. Anyway, guys, we are, of course, just playing around this. NSP Rossi is our Australian Terran spawning on the left top side of Ohana. And Empire Vines is our Korean Protoss spawning on the right bottom side. Vines, of course, part of Team Empire, the Eastern European team. If you're not familiar with those guys yet, start being familiar with them, as they have one of the strongest foreign lineups there is out there. Still very sad that Violet left Empire.
Would have made them probably one of the top foreign teams on the planet, but of course he picked up that nice deal with Azubu and now with Razor.
Yep, I'm very happy for Violet, but I still, yeah, I don't know, he got all the success in his time during Empire. So I always love it when people stay loyal to the first team they have success in. For instance, Hazuops, pure role model in my opinion for any StarCraft 2 player out there, or any RTS player out there. Joined Mouse Sports 6-7 years ago, had a little bit of success. They treated him well, he treated them well. Since then, he never ever left the team. Hazuops and Mouse Sports, that's like the happiest marriage I've ever heard of. And yes, that includes real life marriage.
Hasu's he's a boss, man. True legend in the scene, I think. Warcraft 3 legend, StarCraft 2 legend, one of the best players in Germany, and one of the most successful foreigners in the world.
See, people often overlook Hazu, but he has won some serious prize money already in his StarCraft 2 career. That's really, of course, he wins a lot of prize money in the German scene as well, but that's not all, guys. He's won quite some prize money in international events, and of course, back then TSL 3 managed to get top 4 as well, which I think was a very good result. Vine's hiding his probe a little bit over here on the outside of Natural of Rossi. I actually thought he was gonna try to scoop right in once more, but he's not gonna do that yet. Vines, you're not gonna try to do something really funky, are you? You're not gonna try to build like a robo or something. Nah, he's just checking for proxies.
Checking around the map, finding nothing, because of course there is nothing. And, well, Rossi right now is playing pretty damn standard. Got that expansion going down at a normal time. And that's really all we can say about it. No gas, nothing like that.
Yep, so Rossi playing, yeah, go for the most standard build order that probably is right now in TVP. Of course, a very good one. I'm curious to see how many Rexes he's going to drop. Some Terrans like to go only with 2 Rexes and then up to Medivacs already. Some Terrans go 3 Rexes, and some Terrans, man, they're really crazy, man. They go up to 4 Rexes and then make a lot of Marines and run across the map. But Rossi is going for the standard 3 Rex opening, so that's a little bit safer. Your attack is going to be a little bit slower, but if you have to deal with gateway pressure, which against a player like Vines is not very unheard of. Man, this is a super late Nexus, by the way, but I have no idea why Vines was as careful as he is, but this is really,
I wasn't
really
sure
late.
about the expansion, so maybe he was thinking...
Yeah, that's true, but then either most of the time you see Protoss players make up their mind, either they drop the gas a little bit quicker and then still expand, or they just drop the expand anyway and they will see how it goes. Vines kind of waited with both, which I think is a little bit strange.
1 gate robo after that expansion for Vines. So it's going to keep it pretty damn standard. Rossi has not thrown down anything like a 3rd command center yet. He's probably just going to be investing most of that money into Marines for the time being.
Wow, imagine if this would have been a Rex command center into command center build, then Vines would have been in some serious economic trouble later on. Look at the amount of chrono boost there is on this Nexus of Vines, man. This is not even 6 minutes into the game, guys, and Kitty almost died. A Kitty always dies when Nexus is on the chrono boost.
That would make me sad.
All your cat owners out there, you got lucky. Your kitty will survive. Vines had mercy on you and your kitties.
I recently adopted a kitty. Its name is Kitty, and Kitty is awesome.
It's a very cool story, by the way. Ben wrote on Facebook that he adopted a kitty and that he named her Kitty. And then Ben's mom replied on Facebook, "Oh, that's an interesting name. How did you come up with it?" Maybe think like, well, one would say it's a kitty. So that might have something to do with it.
Oh, mommy. She's so funny.
Moms and the internet are awesome, man.
Sometimes they just don't get it, Kev. We were actually joking about it the other day, how fun it'd be to show like 9gag to our moms, and then we realized that they would have no idea what the hell they're looking at. They'd be like, why is this funny again?
Same, even my real life friends don't think 9gag is funny. I'm like caught up in between because all my online friends, they don't find like the same sports and stuff interesting as I am. But all my real life friends, they don't find all my online stuff interesting. So.
Identity crisis Rotterdam.
Sorry? Yeah.
Identity crisis Rotterdam.
Forever alone. Finds his observer is going to make his way into the main base of Rossi. He's going to spot these 3 Rexes. Ooh, did not spot the factory and the starport yet. Is going to spot it right now. It's always nice to see the timing on that at least. This is what by the way I meant, Ben, that early on. It's like these manufacts are going to be out relatively quickly. Well, very good scan right there by Rossi, the Australian Terran player.
Showing us some solid play thus far. Of course, just took out Major. 4th place WCS North America. And is now poised to, you know, play a nice macro game here against Vines. Nobody really in any sort of lead per se.
I'm really amazed by the amount of chrono boost that Vines saves up pretty much all the time. But right now the Twilight Council is starting as well, so now it actually makes a little bit of sense. Chrono boosting out charge. Interesting that he's going with charge first. You know, there's a build that I've been experimenting with lately. It includes a lot of gateways, a quick robo, and quick charge, and then you get a warp prism, and you drop a ton of charge bolts in Terran's main base right on the moment they decide to move out.
Oh, there's a lot of gateways. There's charge.
Templar Archives is sort of what you get. He got the assimilators a little bit quicker. I don't think he's going to add a warp prism and starts dropping charge bolts in the main base. But I would love to see it. No, he's not going to do it.
Second observer instead, but he's still going to be making a major focus on gateway units.
Yeah, I like it. You know, this is the beauty of when you play this gateway heavy style, by the way, guys. This means that your robo is completely inactive, so you can make as many observers as you want. And yes, you might not have Colossus and stuff, but if you have charts and you have blink, you really don't have to worry so much.
Am I crazy, or are you like super zoomed in right now?
Well, you're crazy.
Maybe it's because I've been looking at this little screen, and it's freaking me out so much.
This is standard.
That's standard. Wow. This little screen is blowing up my brain.
Wow, I don't know, Ben. Vines actually is in real serious trouble. He's going to have to drop excellent force fields.
That's a lot of bio coming out. The good news is there's no third base. But
he doesn't have Storm. He's going to try to get some feedback stuff, but that's not going to work. You might want to get an Archon or something as well. He of course has a lot of gates, so he will be able to catch up in army supply, as right now it's 45 against 34.
I would love a Templar on the high ground to deter these drops, and I think that's exactly what Vines just did. So loading up and coming into the main base would be... Does it feel zoomed into you too?
Yeah, but that's because you brought it up, and I'm not sure. I think it's just standard. I think it's just crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, it's warping my perceptions. I've been staring at this screen the whole time. Anyway, Medevac still dancing around. Rossi picks off another observer. Vines is going to try to take his third base. Can he actually hold this right now? I guess charge is done.
Yeah, charge is done, and he still has a lot of gaze, but he's going to need a good engagement. Of course, feedbacks help out so much. Then charge is so much more scary, so I actually think he's going to be more than fine. Rossi stims in, but he's a little bit afraid. This is an interesting playstyle by Vines. Like, he gets so few units. Oh, run by! Nope.
Maybe if the factory had been able to land, but not, in fact, what we're going to be seeing. Ghost Academy goes right down. That's a great reaction to this Templar heavy style that we're going to be seeing.
Upgrade-wise, it's 1-1 right now for Vines. He did not start 2 upgrades yet, but I think that's just a matter of time. Actually, he only has 1 forge at the moment. And ending the 2nd forge. That's an interesting drop. Oops. Got feedback, and immediately decided to back off. Well, that's so weird. How often do you see that?
Very seldom, in fact. 130 supply for either side right now. Upgrades. What are the upgrades? The bio's at 1-1. Is the bio at 1-1?
1-0.
So 1-0 against 1-1 with +2 armor on the way for the Protoss player. +1 armor finishing up.
Vines is still a very good economic shape, as he's, Rossi, as he's on 60 SCVs, and he has triple orbital pretty much already, as we saw it was upgraded. Now he's going to float it over immediately. Vines is going to try to make something happen over here. It would be very scary if he had a warp prism right now, and the moment he wants to put on some serious pressure over here, that he starts dropping and warping in charge bolts in the main. I really think that would be awesome, but Vines is not going to do that.
Nope, just dancing around outside the third base here.
Rossi is too afraid to fight it, wants to wait for the ghost. Can't blame him. Charge and storm is scary. You need some 6 splits. This is Korean server, of course. Rossi from Australia. So perhaps he's a little bit worried about the ping.
Wants to get the engagement just right.
Imagine if you land a storm on that little SCV train.
That would be very painful. Rossi's going to come. Ooh.
Oh
now
God.
he's going to have to fight.
Oh
this
God.
This is not a good place to be. Those SCVs are in awful shape. Can't come down that ramp, Rossi. He's not going to. forced to, man, that is very unfortunate. I don't know why he walked it down.
Oh, Ghost actually coming in from behind. Sniping at least one Templar. Are we going to see the EMP? Tries to get in range, doesn't work. Good job right there by Vines.
Force field's on the ramp about to expire though, and I think the sentries are about out of energy, Kev. But not going to matter because Vine's going to get out of there. Kills all the ghosts.
We have 29 Zealots right now. 1 Stalker, 3 Sentries, 4 High Templars. Very interesting army composition. Oh, EMP!
A couple of snipes
Why
instead.
EMP?
Kills 1 High Templar, takes the shields off another, and no, that's all that's going to happen.
I think if he would have EMP'd, he would have just chased his army with Stim. Well, that's me.
Reminds me of the Sniper UMS, which is kind of fun to play. That's a lot of gateways.
Yeah, 6 more gates going up. He's working from 1 Robo while getting his first Colossus out now as well. Suddenly, Vines is in very good shape. And he really delayed his attack from Rossi a lot. He killed quite a few SCVs. And you can see right now Rossi only has 48 SCVs. Once more, guys, can't show you guys the units lost worker tab because, or the units work at lost tab. It just doesn't work. 4 more Rexes going up in the main base for Rossi.
Trying to establish that big macro backbone that he's going to need here in the later stages of this game. Vines, again, going to be pushing out towards the center of the map. He's starting to transition over into that Colossus tech. It's such a great late-game switch, especially when you've set it up this smoothly with your Zealot Archon.
114 against 126, and I couldn't agree more, of course. The addition of Colossus in this army when there are barely any Vikings out on the map is great. The first 2 Vikings are in production. We have 9 ghosts, though. If all these 9 ghosts go up to maximum energy, he could actually do some serious sniping on Zealots. First, of course, you want to EMP the entire army. Ghosts do a fantastic job as well, to like same as Marauders, in tanking a little bit of damage against Zealots and then being healed by medevacs. And then if you get a lot of snipes off, it could be very effective.
Oh, here come those ghosts. They're going to pick off a couple of Templar for free. No EMPs getting shot off.
Well, in this case, the snipes were definitely the right call. Oh, 1 medevac. So risky, by the way. It has so much energy. I actually think that's a medevac with too much energy.
And Rossi's going to try to catch.
Oh, this could be a really great engagement.
Does kill an Archon. Here come the Zealots. They're kind of choked up though. Where's the Storm? There aren't any, but there's also nothing to really do with the Colossus. Oh, Ghost terribly miscontrolled. Finally, a couple of EMPs do go down. I don't think there's enough damage output in this Terran army though, man. Vibes just going to swarm right over Rossi.
The Zealots doing a great job. The Colossus are still alive as well. So many Zealots, almost like Zerglings. What happened to that one dropship? Yep, High Templar just killed it immediately. Yeah, that's why I said I thought the medevac had too much energy to drop. And overall, great fight for Empire Vines. So we might see the sick battle between Empire Vines and Andre Greetorp Hengschwang.
That should be a good one, Kev. Vines is just going to push right across the map with his maxed out army, and let's be frank, there's not really anything Rossi's going to be able to do to stop it. He's got some Marines and some Marauders, but I think we could just A-move as Protoss and walk away. And it would be all right.
Interesting game by Rossi. I really feel that maybe he missed a window or two. And of course it went very wrong over here on the ramp, and he decided to send all those SCVs down to the low ground. And then also these ghosts over here, which got force-fielded off. Overall, great play by Vines. Vines really playing excellent. A little bit of a confusing opening. Played very safe, but deserves the win. So Vines take the 8th map of tonight.
Yep, GG is called, and Vines will play against Greetorp. No, Vines will play against Alive.
Ah.
So, but Greetorp will still play against the winner of that one, if I'm to understand correctly. So we're going to get to see Andre play no matter what. That's the good news, folks. Vines Alive coming up next. Short break. Don't go anywhere.